You know, I think that they weren't probably as excited as you should be for a W. You have 12 opportunities in a football season when you're playing, and it was a W. And, you know, hats go off to Texas State. They're a good football team. Offensively, I thought they did some outstanding things and did some things defensively early in that football game until we got it rolling. But the hats go off to this football team for continuing to compete and getting on the track to get a W in the book.
We made some key blocks up front. We fixed a lot of mistakes that we had last week and the week before, and we were able to hit the holes that we did miss, and we were able to execute pretty much.
What does it mean for you to be one of the lone bright spots, consistent players throughout this game?
You know, that's something I always hope to be, is someone who's week in and week out consistent, and that's all you can really ask for.
I've been a part of something like that. It's frustrating, but I think it was the best thing to happen to us tonight.
What specifically did you guys go over during that break?
I think we just went over all the stuff how we're beating ourselves. You know, we just weren't doing the things that we've been practicing, and just kind of regrouped and got back together.
What did you hear in that regular?
Just regrouped and talked about you know, what we're gonna do in the second half.
What happens when you guys kind of went from where it looked like nothing was working to like you flipped the switch and all of a sudden everything started working?
Yeah, you know, I don't have any explanation for it. It just happened, but I'm sure glad it did. It's a credit to the wide receivers in the line. The line gave me great protection all night, and wideouts were getting open.
Yeah, I should have taken a nap in here. You know, it was, you know, I've been through one of these before, and it's a big advantage when you're home. You know, I think that helps out there, and you know, you got access to TVs and of course air conditioning and stuff like that. But I just hung in here, you know, and I talked to some coaches, you know, and then you just kind of sit there by yourself and just kind of figure things out, and you know, and just, you know, you actually just relax, you know, and you're so geeked up, and then all of a sudden you got that, you know, then you got that downward, and all of a sudden, to be honest with you, you get a little bit tired. I mean, you sit there and it's just, you know, you're waiting and waiting, and you hear the 25, you know, 30-minute, okay, the clock starting, and all of a sudden they come back, hey, they restart it again, you know, and you're all ready to go, and then restart it again, you know, because they got the 30-minute period. And then the last one, you kind of hope, you know, that was it. Unfortunately, it was. And, you know, and it's difficult, but it's how you handle it, you know. And I always tell the kids, you know, you got to make a positive out of a negative, and you know, fortunately we did. I thought we came out and played pretty well.